Hey everybody, it is me, Lindsay Colomb, and we're going to do a little bit of a makeup class today. And this is going to be really simple, and it's going to be directed at those of you who are my clients or potential clients interested in the Botanical Foundation, and you're a little bit worried about the application. Now, as I talked about yesterday on my Lindsay Rambles, and if you haven't seen it, you can just search the hashtag Lindsay Rambles. You will find the video. But we talked about the current or the most frequent questions of Botanical Foundation of the LimeLife line. Now, we have a lot of questions that come in about this foundation, and it's really important that we understand that we're moving from retail foundation to professional foundation. And in that, because I've sold a lot of foundation in the last 2.5 years, I have hit every question, every hurdle, every issue with people's application and that adjustment that happens when you're learning how to apply a professional foundation transitioning from retail. Hi everybody. So as you can see, half of my face is done. If you saw, I just did a little boomerang of the side by side, and I want to note that I have a lot of freckles on my face. I also have a lot of residual redness. About 10 months ago, I began taking a gut health product, and it completely annihilated my skin, and I'm still recovering from that. That product definitely created a situation of immense bacteria in my bloodstream, and it's all been working itself out through my face. So I've had a lot to cover in the last 10 months, and it's been an excruciating process, but none of you really knew about that, and none of you probably even noticed because I have a great foundation that has helped me cover that up. Hi, Bridget Health. Feel free to say hi when you jump on. If you're a replay watcher, drop me a 2 in the comments or just type out the word replay. If you're a live watcher, say hi. Tell me where you are and where you're from and all that. Hi, Amy. It is a dramatic result. And so this side of my face, I applied a very light coat of the LimeLife Botanical Foundation, and this side, obviously, I have nothing. I'm gonna remove this before I apply just to kind of show you. So I just got in the mail a new box of my make-off wipes. So if you don't have these, they're a must-have. If I've ever sent you samples, you've probably received one of these. They're absolutely incredible. I literally just ran out and got my new replacements in the mail. So these things are little lifesavers. They are amazing makeup removers, but I'm gonna show you because I want you to see, and I'm gonna go ahead and take one for the team here and show my redness and my all of that to you guys on Facebook Live. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. And this is a great advertisement for how good these makeup wipes work, okay? And it's a great advertisement for how little foundation is truly on my skin. So I went ahead and I'm done. I've just removed, and that's all the foundation that was on my skin. It actually looks like a ton, but it's not. It's actually the teeniest amount. I think in the camera, it looks a heck of a lot darker in camera than it does in person, but whatever. So there, I've removed all of the makeup in one swipe. That is a testament to how phenomenal these products are. Someone's at my door, of course. Hi, everybody. Oh, we've got people from all over the place. Arkansas. I love it. Kristen said, I'm in my bathroom cleaning. I need to be doing that, but I'm not doing that today. So this is my skin. It's blotchy. It's got residual redness from pre-existing breakouts. My skin is the type of skin that holds on to redness for the longest time. I have no active breakouts on my face whatsoever, and my face is actually super smooth, but it holds on to that redness. And so covering it is very important to me because I want to make sure that I look like I have flawless skin. Benefits of the LimeLife Botanical Foundation is it looks like skin. So it doesn't look like I'm wearing a bunch of makeup to cover all of the crap going on my face and the hyperpigmentation and the freckles and all of that stuff. Thank you very much. I don't want to look like that. I actually like that natural look, and if you watch anything, it's like if you look at magazines or anything, the natural look is very much in. You want a healthy, natural glow, and that's what this does because it is meant to look like natural skin. This is what celebrities are wearing on the red carpet, in film, in movies. That's why they look like they have flawless skin. It's not flawless skin. It's this foundation that they're using. So there's several different methods of application, and I've shown them. I've shown them with the buffer brush, right? You guys have seen me do my makeup with the buffer brush. You've also seen me do my makeup with the Blenderful. We're not doing that today. We're not gonna do that today. What I'm gonna show you is the method of the puffy brush. So everyone has one of these in their makeup drawer. I know you do. I don't care who you are. Everyone has a puffy brush in their makeup drawer. Does it need to be pretty good quality? Yes. I don't want you using a super plasticky one that hurts when you touch it to your face. That's not going to work. This is the LimeLife by Alco number 2 all over powder brush. This is from our old line. These are actually not available anymore. But this is the brush that I'm going to be using today. You want something that's soft, that doesn't poke you, and that has some good fluff to it. Not super, super fluffy, but you definitely want to use a brush similar to this. You also can use like a kabuki brush or something like that. You'll know by looking at your brush if it's going to work for this method. So this method of application is the one that I have been asking my clients to start with, because I know my clients are transitioning from retail makeup to professional makeup, and that transition is really important, because if you use too much, you're not gonna like it, right? Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you very much. I'm going to tell you, Janet, who is so sweet to say, with or without makeup, I'm gorgeous. I appreciate that so much. I will say this is all the anxiety in the world. I really hate being on Facebook Live with not a stitch of makeup on. Not having fun right now, but it's worth it because I have had so many clients just in the last 24 hours order this foundation. I wanted to do this, this application method tutorial so they understood what to do. I sort of demonstrated it last night, but I wanted to do it on my face. So here is the foundation. It comes in a pan. This pan's gonna last you 4 to 6 months, potentially longer. Mine lasts me upwards of 10 to 11 months because I don't wear makeup every day. A powder brush, you're gonna wanna get a pretty decent quality one. You're gonna wanna make sure that it's going to work. It's not too fluffy, but it's fluffy enough, okay? All you're gonna do with this is it. This is all you're going to do, and it's the quickest application ever. You're gonna take your brush, and you're going to lightly, you're not gonna dig your brush in to that foundation, okay? And this isn't a super soft foundation either. And you're going to just get some product on your brush, okay? This is going to do a huge portion of your face, and you're not going to dig your brush into your face. You're gonna use the little tips of it, right? Just the tips of that brush. It's just like when you're brushing your teeth. You don't wanna push your toothbrush down super, super hard. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'm barely grazing it over my face. And because it's so fluffy, I have a lot of control to get into all those little areas, right? All those little areas. And I'm just gonna do this half of my face again, okay? And look at that. Is that not magical? Now, if I wanted more coverage, isn't that phenomenal? This is a testament to the pigmentation in this product. Let's look again, okay? If I wanted a little heavier coverage, remember, I've barely used any. I'm just gonna lightly, and I can go over it some more, okay? So I can buff it in. This is the most amazing application technique for people who are new to the foundation, okay? The reason why is because anyone can do what I'm doing. It doesn't take skill, it doesn't take technique. You're working with professional products, and you're gonna get a look as if a professional did your foundation, and the secret can stay between you and I that you did it, right? And there we go. So this is a great, great way to show, 1, the great coverage, 2, the ease of application, and 3, how quickly I can do my foundation on my face. So this foundation, as you can see, now it's hard to see that there's no texture on my face because of the blotchiness, right? I've got freckles, I have hyperpigmentation, I have residual redness, I have all that going on this side of my face, okay? You looking at that, it looks like texture in the camera. As you can see here, That texture is gone. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like a big full face of, you know, of yucky foundation. It looks like my skin tone is just even, right? I love our foundation too. Can we get the product in New Zealand? Carol, I would happily, hi Carol, I haven't talked to you in forever. I would happily send some over to you. You just have to message me and I can get an order put together for you. Hi Francis. Janet asked, would this waist to let your freckles show? Yes, you have control. So you can pull back if you don't want your freckles to be completely covered. You can pull back on the use. We have people, like I personally love the dark freckles here on people's cheeks. I don't have dark freckles. I have like really light freckles that end up just making me look like I have really, really uneven skin tone. So let's go ahead and finish, right? Let's go ahead and finish. So again, for those of you jumping on, we're lightly dusting with an all over powder brush, right? Look, you can barely see the product, but when I go this way, the light kind of catches the tiny bits on the tips. And then we're lightly, like it should feel soft and fluffy as you buff it in. This should feel good. This should be oh, I feel like I'm being pampered and beautified all at the same time, right? And make sure that you're getting in all of those areas, your temples, up into your hairline, along here, in the corner. And that's kind of another benefit of the puffy brush, is you can get into all those little areas without it feeling like you're stabbing yourself in the face. All right, look at that. And if I wanted more coverage, say I'm going out for, you know, a nighttime look, or I'm going to an event, I can still go like this. I can pick up a little bit more product and I can get a little bit heavier for more of a full face, okay? So I'm gonna go like that and go over, especially around the nose. This puffy brush gets everywhere I want it to be. And then obviously we want to blend down through the jawline, down the neck a little bit. And there you go. Now, at this point, we're done, you know? And if you have a brush that's super big, you can do the pinch method if you're, you know, wanting to get really well underneath the eyes. You see how I pinch my brush? I've just pinched it. So it's not as fluffy, it's a little bit more dense, but it helps me get into those soft areas without, or those tighter areas without stabbing myself in the face. And there it is. So that is the simplest application. This is the simplest way to apply this foundation. If I wanted to add concealer, I can bring in my concealer and brighten under my eyes, but the pigmentation on this foundation is so good that I don't believe that I need to brighten the under eye because it gives me such great coverage. Luckily, the LimeLife skincare has eliminated my dark under eye circles. I don't have those anymore. I just have that uneven skin tone, that residual redness, and the foundation really does just even me out. So at this point, I don't even need concealer to cover up anything else because the foundation was enough. Now, if you have skin where you still have some redness or it's a really deep redness, I'm gonna recommend to you get a concealer because foundation is not concealer. That's not the purpose of foundation. Do not, I'm excited too, Tammy. Does this stay matte without a primer? It does, Stacy. So this isn't actually, it's not a matte foundation. It's gonna give you like a satin sheen. So you're still going to have that natural skin tone sheen on your face. As you can see, I'm trying to move around. If you watch here on my cheek, you can see the sheen on there. It's again meant to look like skin. So it's going to mimic your skin in the natural sheen and all that. Now, if you wanted to mattify it, you can use our Perfect Press powder, which I'll show you right here. Our Perfect Press powder is a translucent powder. Remember, you never want to add more pigmentation to this foundation. It's 50% pigmentation as is. You do not add additional pigmentation to it. So if you're going to use a powder to get a mattified look, if this isn't matte enough for you, use a translucent pressed powder. You don't have to use ours, but I recommend ours because it's easiest to use over loose powders and it's professional grade, so it's not going to give you that flashback or that cakey look or anything like that. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. But outside of that, you can set your makeup with either the 10 years younger if you have normal to dry skin, or the Oil Strike finishing spray if you have normal to oily skin. Depending on what your skin type is, a finishing spray is going to be like hairspray for your face, but I will say that the LimeLife foundation sets very well and it's going to stay all day. If you're somebody that touches your face a lot, has like rubbing, like if you touch your face a lot, or you want that extra holder if you're super oily, or you just want that insurance on your face, get the setting sprays. And those are right here. So this is the 10 years younger. This is the one I'm currently using because in the winter I have more dry skin. And this is the Oil Strike. They look identical, but the Oil Strike it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing for those of you with oily skin. So yes, it is fast and simple. I saw a comment. It's so easy to build with this brush if needed, fast and simple, 100%. It's very, this is honestly my favorite method to have my clients start with. And they usually stick with this method because you can't do your foundation faster. It's literally the fastest way to do your foundation, and you saw the coverage. This brush right here, Martha, is the LimeLife by Alcone brush number 2. This is not available anymore. We do have another one. I'll show you the new one. So our new brush line, this is the new, and as you can see, it's a lot bigger. This would still work though. This will still work for this method of application. And if you have, because it's a lot bigger, you can use that pinch method if you want, but the density of this brush is perfect. It will work beautifully. I guess I should have just demonstrated this brush since I can sell this brush right here. I can no longer sell this one. This is just the one that I use. I haven't started using the new ones yet. The new one is phenomenal though, and this brush is beautiful. It's all LimeLife branded. It has a metal handle. They're phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Yes, good. So Tia's used the new one. Maybe we should wipe off and do it again. I don't know. I'll do another one with the big one, but I'll show you really quickly with my hands to give you an idea. So using this one, we're just doing the same thing, lightly coming in without product. And as you can see, it's just barely on there. That's like the tiniest amount that you need. And then I'll go ahead and buff it into the back of my hand like we did last night. And so we're going to buff it in. It feels so good. Can you see? Can we see the difference? Hopefully you can. So this is obviously the nothing, and this has the product buffed into it. Hopefully you guys can see the difference on that. The new one is very luxurious. So those are the different methods. If you're interested in getting a brush, number 2 brush from LimeLife, or the botanical foundation, you need a color match, I'm always happy to help you if you don't already have a beauty guide. If you do already have a beauty guide, I'm gonna ask that you please go and shop with her. She can help color match you. She can get you set up with brush number 2, as well as the foundation that is going to pair best with you. Again, if you're just jumping on, go ahead and watch the replay where I have no makeup on, and we show the coverage and the ease of use using the all over powder brush for application. Thank you, Janie. All right, beautiful. So thank you all for jumping on. Again, my name is Lindsay Colomb. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you're new to the LimeLife by Alcone foundation line, you will absolutely love it. It's great for every skin type, from dry to oily. It's going to last you all day, and one pan of it is going to last you 4 to 6 plus months. It's worth every single penny. The foundation is $36 US, and it is absolutely phenomenal. This is the top selling professional foundation in the world for over 50 years for good reason. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.